finishing up the review with questions 46 through 48. Since these had a lot of work to them, I went ahead and worked them out before starting the video, but I'll just talk through them. Number 46, you start with the equation of a circle, because it's x squared plus y squared, and they have the same coefficient, and the equation of a line. Now, a circle and a line, you have three possibilities. They could never intersect, and you would have no solution. They could intersect at one point, and you could have one solution. Or they could intersect at 2 points, and you would have two solutions. This one we're going to solve by substitution. You take the line and solve it for y. So you're going to take the 4x to the other side, then divide both sides by 3. Then you're going to take y equals negative 4/3 x and plug that in for y everywhere in this equation. So it's x squared plus negative 4/3 x squared minus 18x plus 24 times negative 4/3 x plus 200 equals 0. If you square negative 4/3 x, you get 16 over 9 x squared. And if you do 24 times negative 4/3 x, you get minus 32x. Then you've got 1x squared plus 16/9 x squared. Well, that would be 9/9 x squared plus 16/9, which would be 25/9 x squared. Minus 18x minus 32x is minus 50x plus 200. Then to get rid of this 9, you multiply the whole thing by 9. 9 times that is 25x squared. 9 times minus 50x is minus 450x. And 9 times 200 is 1800. 9 times 0, 0. Then 25 goes into everything. So you can divide everything by 25 and you get x squared minus 18x plus 72 equals 0. That factors to be x minus 6, x minus 12, because the factors of 72 that add to be 18. X minus 6 equals 0 gives you x equals 6. X minus 12 equals 0 gives you x equals 12. Now those are your two x values. You go back here to figure out your two y values. You're just going to plug in x equals 6 and x equals 12. Plugging in x equals 6 gives you negative 8, so that's the point. X equals 6, y equals negative 8. Plugging in x equals 12 gives you negative 16, so that's the point 12, negative 16. So those are the 2 points of intersection between that line and that circle, which is this scenario. All right, number 47. We've got an ellipse here and a circle here. These have the same sign but different coefficients, making an ellipse. This has same coefficients, making it a circle. So an ellipse and a circle, they could never intersect. They could intersect one time. They could intersect 2 times. They could intersect 3 times, if that went down there. And then they could intersect 4 times. So we could have no solution, 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right? Elimination is going to work with this one because if you see, all the y's are the same. So you can just subtract the bottom equation from the top. 4x squared minus x squared is 3x squared. Y squared minus y squared goes away. Negative 48x minus negative 2x would be negative 48x plus 2x would be negative 46x. Minus 2y minus negative 2y goes away. And 129 minus negative 7 would be 129 plus 7 would be 136. 0 minus 0, 0. That factors to be x minus 4, 3x minus 34. So x minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. Or 3x minus 34 equals 0, so 3x equals 34, so x is 34 over 3. You could have also used the quadratic formula if those factors didn't jump out at you, because they're not obvious. So we have two possible values for x. We're going to plug those back into our circle and get our possible y values. We've got 4 and 34 thirds. So if x is 4, you take the circle equation and plug in x equals 4. So 4 squared plus y squared minus 2 times 4 minus 2 times y minus 7 equals 0. 4 squared is 16 plus y squared. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 2y minus 7 equals 0. Well, that's y squared minus 2y, and 16 minus 8 minus 7 is plus 1 equals 0. Well, that factors to be y minus 1 times y minus 1. So y minus 1 equals 0, so y equals 1. So when x equals 4, the only solution is y equals 1, because that's what you would get from both of these. So that's the point 4, 1. When x is 34 thirds, if you plug it in here, you get all the way down to, I'll save you some time, you get to a quadratic that does not factor, and if you plug it into the quadratic formula, it takes the square root of a negative. So there's no solution. So that one, x value, gives you no y value. So the only point of intersection is at 4, 1. So you had an ellipse and a circle that intersect at one point. Okay? Lastly, number 48, we had a circle and a line. Again, a circle and a line could have no solution, one solution, or two. This, we're going to use substitution. So you solve this for y, plug that in for y in the circle. So you got x squared plus, instead of y, you write negative x squared, plus 2x minus 12 times y is minus 12 times minus x plus 12 equals 0. X squared, negative x squared is negative x times negative x would be x squared, plus 2x, minus 12 times minus x is plus 12x, plus 12 equals 0. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared, plus 2x plus 12x is plus 14x, plus 12 equals 0. You can divide everything by 2. 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. 14x divided by 2 is 7x. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 0 divided by 2 is 0. You need the factors of 6 that add to be 7, so that's 6 and 1. So x plus 6 equals 0, which means x equals negative 6, or x plus 1 equals 0, which means x equals negative 1. So we have two possible values for x's. To get your y is just the opposite of x. So if x is negative 6, y is the opposite of x, y is 6. So that gives you the point 6, negative 6. If x is negative 1, y is the opposite of x, y is positive 1. That gives you the point negative 1, 1. So again, we have a circle and a line that intersect at 2 points. And those are your two solutions.